We were hiking the trail back to Staircase Rapids, which is part of a river that runs through here. But as we were just walking and I was looking around at this forest, this is one of the finest examples you could find of really old growth, cold weather rainforest. So as I was looking around and thinking about how old this forest is, you know, you really can't spend time in this wilderness without sort of connecting with the age of these huge trees and the ferns and the moss and just all of it. And it made me just start thinking about how small of a blip in time our lives really are. So my question for you and point in sharing this with you is to ask you, with this short speck of time we get for life on this planet, how are you spending your life? Are you truly living, or are you just existing? Do the things that you do on a daily basis actually fulfill you, or are you just getting by? Are you surviving? Are you existing? Are you going, to a job that you're not so thrilled about? Are you partaking in activities just for the hell of it? Or are you spending your time, when you're not slaving away at a job, are you spending your time in escapist activities? Are you just avoiding the real world? I mean, do you have a yearning in your soul to be out here, to be living, to be doing things that fulfill you? I mean, there's a reason that people respond to the lifestyle that Chris and I have chosen. And the only difference between us and you is that we've taken the action to do it. We're not lucky. We're not, mad scientists. We're not magicians. We're not anything else. We just got really sick of just existing, and we decided to start living, and we took the actions to do that. So, when you really get out here and you just take a moment to connect and reground and unplug and spend time in this pristine wilderness, it really just has to beg the question, are you living or are you existing? Only you can know. See you soon. Much love, everybody. Bye.
I'm a mad scientist. So we're following Waze, our GPS. I was driving, and next thing we know, we're trying to head to Montana, and we're heading north under the impression that it was going to turn us right at some point and then drive across the top of the United States. Next thing we know, there's a fucking border crossing and a one-way ticket into Canada. So Waze forgot to mention that there was an international border Waze on our itinerary. Thanks, Waze. Map correction, maybe. So we have now thankfully managed to turn around and drive past a do not enter sign to come back onto the 97.
Because quite often you can't turn around at border crossings.
Well, so we get to this duty-free shop on a one-way road where it says no turning around, you're now committed to crossing the Canadian border.
And mind you, we have dogs that I don't have the paperwork to bring them into Canada because they don't have their shots. They have their shots, but they don't have their shot certificates. And to cross into Canada with dogs, you need to be able to show proof of their updated rabies. And I don't have that.
So we're not even sure what would have happened to the dogs. And then, we've got a crossbow for close self-protection and, a couple of hunting knives and
CBD health products that are highly illegal in Canada.
Yeah, a couple of CBD products, like a topical cream and an oil. So
but anything CBD related is still highly illegal in Canada.
True that.
But it's legal in Washington.
So we managed to get out of that pickle and are now heading 20 miles back to where we should have turned Waze.
Thanks, Waze.
Thanks, Waze. Appreciate it.
Well,
You got one job to do. You're a GPS. You've got one job. International borders are kind of important, don't you think? Maybe. Thanks, Waze. Anyway, much love. Here's to the fun of RV life. Hello.
we're here in Colville, Washington, and this is quite interesting. Crosswalk flags alert traffic when you want to cross. So instead of having a wave your flag, instead of having a crosswalk or a traffic light, you get an orange flag to cross the street. That's something new. Morning coffee on the veranda.
Breakfast with the kids.
Surrounded by the green. Good camp spot.
Yeah, this is awesome. Let's don't move. Let's just stay here forever.
It's a great camp spot. Surrounded, nice and green.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our new members. My name's Chris. If you don't know me already, I'm alongside my partner and twin flame Lindsay. I helped create Hug Your Chaos. One of the things that you may have seen as a post recently is stay tuned for something that's coming. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Well, this is the start of that. We wanted to get a few of our classes out of the way before we launch this new campaign. What are we actually referring to? Well, this is exciting. We're sitting here, we're really close to the Canadian border. You can see there is sunlight out, but it has absolutely no warmth in it at the moment. It's freezing. So the whole concept of get comfortable with being uncomfortable is about pushing us to places where we normally wouldn't go. Now, it happens on all different levels of the spectrum. So it happens on the physical level, the mental level, the emotional level, and then the spiritual levels. And you know what they say, according to the Hermetics, as above, so below, as below, so above. Well, anyone that's done any work with us, anyone that's come along on any of our programs, will realize that we are a big advocate of using the physical and what happens on the physical level to correspond with the emotional or the mental levels. So what do I mean by that? Well, ultimately, when you can sit with the fact that you are hungry during a fast and not identify with it, so you are experiencing hunger rather than you are hungry, then you can say the same thing when it comes to a thought or an emotional aspect of yourself. So I am not angry, I am merely experiencing anger. One correlates to the next, as above, so below, as below, so above. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable starts on the physical level. Now, it's absolutely freezing here, and I haven't raced to put on a jacket or a hoodie or a warm hat or something like that. I'm sitting here and I'm sitting with the cold. This is what the program is about. This is what the new undertaking is about. Anyone that wants to get involved with this, we're going to provide a little bit of guidance, a little bit of leadership, and it's up to you to decide to follow it. I can tell you, in doing so, you are going to start opening up channels within yourself that empower you on a whole different level, things that you've never even considered. So as humans, we tend to have this habit when we get a little bit uncomfortable, we race to ease the discomfort. We immediately, when we feel hungry, we start eating. When we're cold, we race to put a jacket on. When we're hot, we turn on our air conditioning. We shield ourselves from the elements. We shield ourselves from life. And when we don't allow ourselves to feel what's happening around us or within us, take it to its natural conclusion. When we have thoughts that we don't like, difficult thoughts, we race to a psychologist or a counselor. When we have feelings that we don't like, we go straight onto the antidepressant medication. When we're in physical pain, we take pain medication. We've stopped ourselves from feeling. So this thing that we're doing here, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, is all about feeling the world, feeling yourself, feeling all aspects of creation, and in doing so, taking back your empowerment, knowing that you can sit comfortably with whatever's happening and you don't have to react to it. You don't have to immediately go and hide from it. So we're going to post some videos and some, some guidance, some recommendations, and we're going to live it as we share it with you. So you'll see us getting uncomfortable with being, you'll see us getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I wish you all well. I'm really excited about this new campaign, and all I want to say is much love. Good luck. Have fun.
Today I want to talk about silence, stillness. So here we are in the pristine forests of Olympic National Forest. And we're at a campground, and as you can hear, listen to that. Do you hear that? Nothing. Silence. Stillness. So my question for you today is, how often in your day do you have moments of silence? How often do you spend any time in quiet reflection, or are you constantly filling your space with noise and distractions? If so, what are they, and what are you distracting yourself from? The answers can be found in the silence, so I challenge you to listen. Namaste and many blessings.
Jinx.
What are we talking about today?
Patience.
Patience is a virtue, they say. There's a
Patience is
reason for that.
Yeah. So we're sitting here with a motor that's flooded because we tried to drive out of our location of the night with the engine still cold at altitude and the cylinders flooded with fuel that it couldn't burn because it wasn't getting enough air.
So the only fix for a flooded engine is time. You must wait.
You must wait.
So patience. So we're practicing patience.
So we thought today's message for the day, in our minute of wisdom, minute of magic, would be patience.
So where in your life do you struggle with patience?
And where can you practice more patience?
Who can you practice more patience with? Patience is directly linked to our expectations of how fast or quick or slow something should be given to us.
Yeah, so bear in mind that everything has its own divine timeline. You know, nothing in nature hurries, but everything is accomplished.
That's right. So let's hear it in the comments below. Where do you need more patience?
Yeah.
Much love, everybody. Bye.